All right, welcome to your photosynthesis and cellular respiration review. We're going to start by watching a video here of Tim and Moby explaining photosynthesis. And as we do this, go ahead and work along in your paper. You can pause it here to read over the questions that they're going to ask and kind of take a look at that. Upon completion, I'll summarize a couple things up and tell you what your activity at the station is. So let's go ahead and get started. Tim and Moby.
Dear Tim and Moby, how do plants grow? From Nance1277. All living things need nourishment to grow, but plant food is different from people food. Plants make their own food in a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis couldn't happen without the sun. Plants collect energy from sunlight and use this energy to make a sugar called glucose. Glucose is the main source of nutrition for plants, fueling their cells for function and growth. I'll show you. It's no secret that plants use their roots to drink up water from the soil. Water travels from the roots to the plant's leaves through a transport tissue called xylem, that's wood in trees. Meanwhile, leaves absorb carbon dioxide from the air through openings called stomata. The water and carbon dioxide spread through the leaves into cells called the palisade and spongy cells. These cells contain structures called chloroplasts, which are filled with a green pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what makes green plants green. In photosynthesis, chlorophyll traps energy from sunlight, storing it as chemical energy. This process splits water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen atoms. The chemical energy is used to create glucose from the hydrogen and carbon dioxide. The glucose dissolves into extra water molecules and gives the plant plenty of food for growth. The leaves release oxygen as a waste product. That's one reason that plants are so important to us. They absorb our carbon dioxide and leave us with oxygen. We inhale the oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide back into the air. Yeah, I guess you could call it a partnership, except we eat them. Moby, drinking sugar is not going to make you grow. It's just going to make you hyper. Oh boy.
Oh, the craziness of Tim and Moby. All right, so basically you have photosynthesis. This takes place in plants. The plant takes water, takes in carbon dioxide, and in the presence of light energy, usually from the sun, sometimes you can get some special light bulbs, but light energy, it can actually break down all of those molecules to create glucose, which is a way of storing that energy, and then oxygen, so I get this right. So they take in water, carbon dioxide. In the presence of light energy, they can then make your glucose and your oxygen. Now that glucose has stored all the energy, plants and animals can then break it down through a process called cellular respiration. As an animal, what we'll do is we'll breathe in the oxygen, we'll eat the glucose, and then our bodies are able to break down those compounds to create carbon dioxide that we'll breathe out, water that will exit our bodies, and then the energy that we need to survive, to do anything from talking to keeping our temperature to just staying alive for everything. So let's go ahead and get into your activity here. Make sure that before you do that, go ahead and make sure that you've completed all of the questions. I believe there's 10 of them. There's one on the back from your video. All right, so I've opened up the activity that you need to open up here shortly too. It's found in the Stu Share Holloway folder under that Quarterly 2 Review, exactly where you found links for all of these videos. And this is called a Photosynthesis Picture Review, or SORT actually. So if you take a look at it, there are lots of different images here. And what I want you to do first is take those images. You can actually make this screen shrink it down a little bit right down here on the side. I want you to take those images and put them in order to make photosynthesis. So to give you a little bit of a hint, I know for photosynthesis, a plant needs some water. Oh, drop it. There we go. And then I'm going to drag down a plant needs some carbon dioxide. And then I'll let you take over there. So I know a plant needs something else. And then, of course, after I add all that together, I'll have an arrow. and I get something out of it. So I want you to finish the formula for photosynthesis and then check it either with me or on the card that's provided at this station. And then you'll start over. You'll give me the formula for cellular respiration. All right, as you do this, please don't save anything. You're just reorganizing, and then when you're done, check your stuff over and have me kind of glance at it, and then you can go ahead and move to your next station. So with that said, good luck.